it's just so Trish, and it's early. And it's week 29. We made it. Oh my goodness, we got 7 weeks to go. I am just so thrilled. And at the same time, I'm like completely reorganizing the way and my approach to homeschooling. For next year, not this year. For next year. All right, so first things first, I've got to tell you, just in case like you only have a minute of me. All right, one of my favorite things I like to do, just as a homeschool mom enrichment, is a podcast that happens, I think, once a month. I don't always get them because they're at 9 o'clock Eastern time, so they're a little bit much for me. But it is called the Mommy Jammy Night. I have to pull it up. So anyways, there it is. I'm going to put a link in the description. So every month they have one. So the next one is tomorrow. So tomorrow being April 5th. And so it's Tuesday, April 5th. It's 6 p.m. Pacific time, 7 p.m. Mountain time. So my Mountain time friends, this totally works out for you. 8 p.m. Central time, 9 p.m. Eastern time. So does not work for me. Anyways, so every time like she has a special guest, she totally has a great interview. And last time I learned so much when I was able to listen in. So I want you to check that out. This one, the Mama Jimmy Night, is with Colleen Kessler. And so it's all about nurturing and celebrating the creativity in our kids. So I think it's going to be awesome. I'm putting the link below. Go check it out. And I'm sending you straight there. It'll be great. I'm going to try and make it so then when you see just so Trish, just so Trish, just so Trish. That's me. So, hopefully nobody steals my handle. Don't steal my handle. Anyway. Alright, so it's week 29. I got 7 weeks to go after this week. So I was a little bit nervous last week because sorry that took so long. I remember like we weren't done with week 27 and then we had week 28. Well, they all finished week 28 last week. I was like, yeah, that was awesome. I had, so we've been doing, I kind of brought in Rod and Staff English for a little bit because, I'm like, well, if they do it, this will be great, non-consumable. 2 of my kids, total meltdown boycott this week. Crying and begging to go back to Christian Light Education. So, because I didn't get rid of the workbooks, I'm like, here you go. So I just kind of gave them those. I think they like the familiarity. And sometimes I think it comes down to white space on the paper. Do you have enough white space? We find that issue with Saxon Math, and I see that as an issue with Rod and Staff too. Not enough white space on the books. I need to do a whole video on my personal opinions of Rod and Staff. I like Rod and Staff. I like them in theory. I have a hard time with them in practice. That's just me. I really want them to work. I love how color-coded the books are. They're cool. So, I'm sorry. This is going to be very vlog style that I hope not to take another 10, 15, 20 minutes to get to my point today. So, it's early. I woke up because one of the chicks in the incubator hatched. So, like 10 o'clock at night, I'm hearing beep, 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 beep. I'm like, what in the world is peeping at night? And I'm like, I bet that's a chick. Which is good because I tend to put eggs in the incubator and totally forget when I put them in. True fact. So, that happened last night. Still just one this morning, and it's still early. It's like pitch black out. And for some reason, it's kind of chilly. I'm glad you can't see because I'm like, oh, I'll just put a little sweater on and we'll be good and we'll video. But I know, I'm so rambling, but apparently this is rambling week 29. And I think a child just found me. So I hit the 10-pound mark this morning. 10 pounds since March 2nd. And of course, I talk about all that on Wednesdays. I got a good one for this Wednesday. And I'm so behind. So one of my deals, especially if, did you not see my video with Amanda? Oh my goodness. She was a little bit sick, so she did her best. But it really, I'm really, committing to your curriculum. Yeah, just commit to a topic on YouTube. For the video. Committing to your curriculum. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It has been resonating with me. And just about the fact of like, when she was like, to me, just the fact of like, when you have so many options, it's hard to stick when the going gets tough. And sometimes you just have to buckle down and commit. I might have some curriculum commitment issues. And it's like, make it work. And I'm, and some of this, okay, and I have to tell you, because I've not given like voice to this side of it. I think there's an apples and oranges to that when it comes to a small family and a large family. But at the same time, that's not true. For me, I feel like the most important part is ease of usability. Because I ain't got time. I wish I had time. I don't have time to just make it work. So I'm really putting together, and I'm actually going to have it soon because I'm really working on what I'm going to use for next year. And getting that laid out and getting it bought and making the decision to pre-purchase before convention. Because I don't want to do purchasing stuff at convention. And some of the deals, I've been finding some deals online. This is a good time to be shopping for curriculum. Good times. So, trying to really focus on that. And then actually my goal this summer is to thin out this. So some of it I'm going to get rid of. Some of it I'm going to box away. And just not have so much. I worked on my kitchen this weekend, and I did work on getting rid of some of these books. But I have so much, and it gets daunting, and it gets overwhelming, and it's so easy to make a mess. And I completely rearranged. I did start filming a video on how I have all the bookshelves in the house. I just have to edit them all together, and I haven't had a lot of time. It's been crazy. We had birthdays this last week. So, I did rearrange. Like, this is a whole new setup. Like, look, there's no table. Okay, there's no table. I rearranged the table. I took down the table because it was just so tight in here. And you'll see that in the video when I get it out. It's so tight. It's like, kind of deal. It wasn't fun. So, I'm like, and then at the same time, as I'm like, you know what? Get rid of all the stuff you're not using. And just have what you need for the year. Yeah. And then at the same time, I'm like, no. We got to keep, so I'm thinking there's a good portion that's going to go in the schoolhouse for storage. And I'm thinking about getting just Rubbermaid containers. Like, here's all the math. Here's all the science. Here's all the history. Here's all the, just like that. Just tote them. So if I need to look for something different. But I do have a problem with, and I mean, you might too, and I'm sorry, it's a long video. I'm completely content until I'm watching YouTube. I'm like, oh, she uses that. Ooh, that's good. I should check that out. Oh, we're switching it on Monday. We're using that. And it's like, oh man, where I'll be completely content. And then I just see something exciting or blah, 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 blah. And Amanda just constantly, I will tell you, I can't even begin to tell you, I've never met Amanda in person. I can't wait for the day. Because I hear her constantly, it's tried and true. This curriculum's tried and true. There's no reason it doesn't work. Granted, there's times when it doesn't fit your child, but for the most part. And I'm like, oh, yeah. Commit. Stop, and I'm like, oh, okay. I gotta do something about that. So, That's what I'm kind of working on. That's what I've been doing. I've been doing a lot of shopping. So when do you begin shopping for the new year, the new school year? Inquiring minds want to know. So I kind of start mine now. Maybe I start mine in January. So I'm coming up with some plans of what I want. And then, of course, my Rainbow Resource cart is just getting bigger. And I really can't wait to, like, get those things and be like, look what I got. I'm focusing more on resources for next year versus curriculum. And then I'm also changing my approach to 180 days of work. Not 100 and like using every day as a, how to put it? Every day is a learning experience. So we've kind of schooled 365 days a year, because that is actually the truth. And not seeing how much we can cram in those 180 days, but instead setting out 180 days worth of work and spending the year to accomplish it. And the aspect of being a large family, and the concept that sometimes we forget, is we paid for this curriculum. We want to get our money's worth. Or finish it. That would be me. All right, I have to go. So let me know, when do you start purchasing your curriculum for the next year? Or do you just shop all year round? I'll talk to you later. Peace out.